Brakatay Hawa,
Brakatay Hawa,
Brakatay Al-Shai,
Brakatay Al-Shai,
Brakatay Hawa,
Brakatay Hawa,
Brakatay Al-Shai,
Brakatay Al-Shai,
Brakatay Hawa,
Brakatay Hawa,
Brakatay Al-Shai.
Brakatay Al-Shai.
All praises, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who we learn the truth of the scriptures from. Peace and blessings to the elect men, pushing the sound doctrine throughout the four corners of the earth in truth and sincerity, remaining steadfast in the faith, regardless of any of the wicked imaginations that may come up against them. All right, and salutations to all those who truly believe upon Yahweh's doctrine. All right, we're a couple of brothers from the Great Millstone, San Francisco Bay Area camp, joined together through the Spirit. All right, send out a lesson on brotherly love. Just being continually with the godly man, one who fears the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, and I'm the brother of Walker Bar.
I'm the brother Yatab Yahweh.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a walk and talk. Yahweh Ratazah. It's edifying to the Lord's elect. Can you open up in Matthew 18?
Yep.
I think like 20, where 2 or 3 are gathered.
Yep, this is Matthew 18, and verse 20. It says, "For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name."
Yeah, where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, gathered together in the name of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. That's in red letter.
Yep.
All right. We also got a whole Hebrews, the 10th chapter, where it says, forsake not the assembling. I'll grab that one. But read it again, bro.
Yep, it says, "For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them."
Yeah, there Yahweh Shai is in the midst of us, man. So Yahweh Shai is right here with us now. Okay, and we're doing what Yahweh Shai commanded us to do. What? Feed his flock. Okay, but in all the sacrifices that we make, the epistles that we send out, all right, they're nothing without brotherly love. They're nothing without, you know what I mean, the what the scriptures call it, charity.
Yep.
Agape, which is brotherly love. There's a certain way you're supposed to treat your companion, your friend, your brother. Can you get that in Hebrews 10?
Yep.
Hi.
Morning.
Morning.
Might be like 25 or something. You could use your discretion in.
Yeah. It says, I'll start at verse 23.
Okay.
Hebrews 10 and 23. It says, "Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering."
Let's hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering. All right. And that's another thing, man. We're coming to some perilous times. And what the scripture says, a friend is known in a time of adversity. Now we all gotta go be on this path solo. All right. We all gotta be on this path solo. The hour of temptation is gonna be you alone, just like Yahweh Shai in his darkest hour. So, but in the time now, that's why these videos are going out according to Acts the 14th chapter, confirming the souls of the disciples. When it says, and basically exhorting them to continue in the faith. Yeah. And through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of the Most High. But in that chariot, man, you want to see every brother there. We haven't met the majority of the servants in the flesh. Like the elder Yashawamba says, it's gonna be a great big family reunion when Yahweh Shai returns. Go ahead.
Yep. It says,
Feel free to speak too, bro. Get it in.
Okay. It says, "Let us hold fast the profession of our faith without wavering, for he is faithful that promise."
For he is faithful that promise. Well, before we start this, we were talking about that promise.
Yeah.
That our people always knew about, man. The brother was speaking about 2nd Maccabees, the 7th chapter. That beautiful account in the scriptures. They knew about reincarnation and they knew about the promises. And we're in a time now, as we said, we're speaking in the spirit. We're in a time now of Acts, the 1st chapter, where it said, well, the Most High is going, deliver the kingdom to Israel, man. Put Yasharallah back in power.
Yep. It says, verse 24, "And let us consider one another."
And let us consider one another. Okay? Consider one another, because when you're dealing with a brother, you're dealing with Yahweh Shai himself. All right? Yahweh Shai considered us, just speaking as the hopeful elect. Well, Yahweh Shai considered the entire nation, starting with the elect. All right? And the scriptures speak about, laying your life down for your friend. Go ahead.
Yeah. It says, "Let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works."
To provoke unto love and to good works. That's what we do through these epistles. Well, that's what the apostles and elders, do for us.
Yep.
Provoking us into good works. That's what a brother will do. A brother's not going a true brother is not gonna be hand in hand with you and provoke you to do evil. All right, what a brother will do according to the law, I believe that's Leviticus the 19th chapter, hey, it's gonna rebuke you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's love, man. Open rebuke is better than secret love. So we're gonna provoke each other to good works, man. You know.
Yeah. Well, that Yahushua said that's the second greatest commandment.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What the first one is?
Well, yeah, let me get that.
Okay, come on.
I got that. I took some notes. I got that one.
Okay.
Let me get it. It's Matthew chapter 22. Let me get it. I'm gonna read up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's Matthew 22, and I'm gonna start at 35. It reads, "Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him and saying,
Mm-hmm.
Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Yahushua said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart."
Yeah. Hey, love the Lord thy power with all thy heart. All right. And see, what you're seeing right now is what the true men of the Lord showing that. And how are they showing it? By doing the will of the Lord. All right. In sincerity and in truth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you know, hey, we're not perfect, but we strive to do everything that we can in perfection, being like Yahushua.
That's right.
All right.
It says, Yahushua said to him, Thou shalt love Yahweh thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind.
Mm.
This is the first and great commandment.
Yeah. Hey, well, the scriptures talk about putting the Lord first.
Yep.
All right. Hey, that's the spirit now. You know, that spirit's been going into that, you know, putting the Lord first. All right. Because you got a lot of people, you know, put their woman first. You got that Queen of Heaven spirit out there. You know, put family first, put jobs first, put money first. All right. Hey, we're not in here. This isn't our program. All right. This is the Lord's program. So we need to push his program. That's what it's about.
That's right.
You got it.
It says, verse 39, and the second is like unto it.
Mm.
So it's just as great.
Yep.
All right. It says the second, in the NLT it says, a second is equally important.
Equally important. All right. Hey, well, read it real quick.
Okay, come on. Get a better handle on this. It says, Matthew 22 and 39, and the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
As thyself. So it's just as great as what? As loving Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
That's right.
Because, hey, we're all we got. All right. And like the brother said, you know, Lord's will rub that number. It's going to be a great family reunion. You got to understand, this is the elect. All right. And the elect are the first fruits who created everything. All right. We have a bond that's greater than anything, even like regular family bonds.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know?
More than your, you know, your own so-called blood brother. Same mom, same dad.
Yeah.
If he not in this truth, then your bond with the believer, all right, is way more deeper and more sincere.
Yep. Well, that's why Yahushua said, who is my brother?
Yeah, we
Who
got to
is my
get that
sister?
too. Matthew 12, yep.
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 You know?
That's right.
But the bonds we have with the brethren, all right, hey, that's the ultimate bond. So that's why Yahushua said that second equal but great commandment is what? To love thy neighbor as thyself.
Yep.
All right?
That's right.
And what encompasses loving thy brother? All right, like the brother said, you know, rebuking.
Mm-hmm.
All right, being there for brethren. Well, the scriptures say iron sharpeneth iron.
Yep.
You know, hey, you know, when I get back to Hebrews 10, all right, we provoke one another to good works, and you go into we motivate each other.
That's right.
All right, because hey, we're in a spiritual warfare right now. Esau's coming down. All right, you have the spiritual demon Satan coming down in brothers' thoughts. All right, trying to make brothers think certain type of ways. You know, being plagued in the mind, being plagued in the body. All right, but what do we have? We have that comfort in brethren.
Right. In the times of tribulation. Well, one thing I seen in 2020, right, when the scamdemic first popped off, I knew some people who worked in like the medical field. They all had like a respect for each other when they would see each other like out in the market or see each other out and about. The so-called, what they call it, the first responders.
Yeah.
The firemen, they greeted each other away. All the first responders, you know what I mean, in the time of tribulation, they all show some type of camaraderie, some type of love towards one another.
Yeah.
And that's how we ought to be. That's why when you see brothers get together, you may not have never met this brother in your life. You know what I mean? You might have just seen him on the videos, or you might not have never even seen him on the videos. You go to a camp, you know what I mean? You might visit a camp. Like when I visited Memphis, we went to Atlanta. I had never seen a lot of them brothers, man. But they treated me, you know what I mean, like family.
Yep.
You know, treat me like family, as if we came out the sandbox together, man, as if we've been throwing down for decades together.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's why. That's because, hey, Hamashiach is in that brother, man.
Exactly.
You know?
You know, and then if I could add too, you know, one thing we see from the apostles and elders on down is rebuke, all right? And a lot of people don't understand rebuke. Like the brother quoted earlier, a open rebuke is better than secret love. All right, so that encompasses loving thy neighbor is rebuking him, all right? Hey, if he's going off, or just like if you have a brother in the world, all right, when you were kids, if he's doing something bad and you weren't a demon, you didn't want to see him get in trouble, what are you going to do? You're going to tell him, hey, dad's not going to like that, all right? You can get your ass whooped.
Hey, well, hold that thought. Let me finish this. Get Psalm 141 and 5 just to prove your point.
Come. What Psalm what?
141 and 5.
141.
Let me finish this. Matthew 22 and 40 says, on these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. All right, because loving the Lord with all your heart, you ain't going to, you know what I mean? You're going to try your best not to sin. All right, to love the Lord, what's the true meaning of loving Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua? Keeping the commandments.
Exactly.
And love your neighbor as yourself, basically treating your neighbor as yourself, you're going to do good unto him.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to try and keep, to the best of our abilities, keep each other in line.
Yep,
right?
yep.
Hey, because we, like the brother said, we all trying to see each other on the chariots. All right, and now is not the time to be getting in that spirit of, you know, looking at your brother sideways, because what is that? That's an actual demon.
Yeah, that's the way it came.
Yeah.
You know, and to keep a brother in line is now you don't have to lay hands on him. What's the like you got the shepherd? What's the staff that he holds? It's I forget what it's called for the sheep.
Yeah,
to get them back in line.
Yeah, the little cane thing.
Yeah, the cane thing. You know, the cane and staff. Brothers know what I'm talking about. That would be the word.
Yeah.
That would be the word. It's not laying hands on the brother. It's like, you know what I mean? If need be, let's get into these precepts, bro.
Yeah. Well, the elder Quanawaf always goes into it. Hey, when a sheep is going astray, all right, that little staff grabs him by the neck, and it's a little violent action to jerk him back in place.
Oh yeah, we'll get that in Psalm 141.
Yeah. This is Psalms 141, and verse 5. It says,
tighten this up, bro. Let's keep on leaning forward. Sorry, doing that.
Tighten it.
So, yeah, kind.
It's Psalms 141 and 5. It says, let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness.
Yeah, let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness. That's a kindness, man. You know what I mean? Hey, like a brother just go upside your head, body slam you. You know what I'm saying? Stone cold stunner you.
Yeah.
No, it means to smite you, man, because them scriptures hit hard.
Yeah.
The word of the Most High is quick and powerful, sharper than any two-edged sword. You know what I mean? Hey, rebuke, that's not, you know what I mean? It's not a fun thing. You know? But we are not in a fun predicament right now, you know? We're in the flesh.
Yeah.
And the flesh, what, man? The flesh loves the things of the world.
Yeah.
You know? So sometimes you got to get real back into the spirit.
Yeah. Well, shit, you know, it always reminds me, you know, in the military, they have these little, what are they called? Little, you know, examples, not examples, but little trials when you throw grenades, right? And you're practicing throwing a grenade. Well, there was this one example where this dude, he wasn't throwing the grenade right, and it actually fell, you know, right close to him. And what did the drill instructor had to do? He had to jerk him out of the way. And there's a little platform where you get under so that you'll be saved from any blast. And it was a violent action. But what is he doing? He's saving your life. You know what I mean? And that's the same way in this truth. What are brothers doing? Like brother said, it might not feel right. You know, it might not feel good at the time. When scriptures talk about that chastising. It might not feel good at the time. Hey, but brothers have the best interest, you know, in trying to save you.
Yeah, and that's the same love we try to show to our people.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's the same love we try to show to our people, man, by going down the highways and hedges, you know, and fulfilling Isaiah 58:1. Cry aloud, spare not.
Yep.
Spare not. See, this world teach you supposed to love and spare and be all weak, you know, and basically suffer sin, suffer wickedness upon your neighbor. But no, the scriptures is quite the contrary, man.
Yep.
Like the brother said, that might be an action. What's the analogy brothers always use? You walking down the street, you got your headphones in. Here it is, you in the bus lane. The bus is coming, it's hitting the horn. All right, it's hitting the horn. You don't hear it, and somebody fucking push you. You violently push you hard. You fall, you scrape your elbow. Initially, you're going to be like, damn, but then you look up, you really going to say thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
But then you saved my life.
Yeah.
You know, you saved my life, man. You got more on that?
Yeah, yeah. It says, Psalms 141 and 5, it says, let the righteous smite me, it shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me.
Yeah, and let him reprove me through the scriptures, correct you through the scriptures, man. All right, and that could come, you know what I mean? Because you don't want it to come directly from on high.
Yeah.
Now, it's coming through the spirit, but you know what I'm talking about? You don't want the Most High to judge your ass in a severe way.
Yeah.
on something you can't bounce back from. You rather have it be come through his words, all right, than his mighty messengers from the spiritual realm bringing wrath upon your ass.
Yeah.
You know?
It says, it shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me. It shall be an excellent oil.
It should be an excellent oil. It's like an anointing.
Yeah.
It's like an anointing, man. You know? So let him reprove me. It should be an excellent oil. Go ahead.
Which shall not break my head.
Yeah, which shall not break my head. So it's not to break you. You know, it's not to break you, man. It's not to destroy you. Hey, we'll get Galatians 6:1.
Yeah.
It's not to break you, man.
It's loading.
Okay.
Let me see if the other one works.
So the rebuke is not to break you. It's not to kill you. It's to build you.
All right, this one.
Uh-huh.
This one works. Galatians 6:1. It says, brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault.
Yep, if a man be overtaken in the fault, you got to understand we're in the flesh. So it's going to be faults. You know, it's going to be faults. So that's why scripture tell you in Sirach 17:25, you know, repent before the Lord. And just roughly paraphrasing, and offend less.
Yeah.
You know, that's a cut to the guys who say we already in the second covenant. We going to have faults in the flesh.
Yep.
We men, bro. We men. Go ahead.
Yep. It says, brethren, if a man be overtaken in a fault, ye which are spiritual.
Yep. Ye which are spirituals means those who are into the word. Go ahead.
Restore such a one in the spirit of meekness.
In the spirit of meekness. See? In the spirit of meekness. Kindness. Don't just be shooting a brother down. If you're going to break him down, you got to build that brother back up. You know? You got to build him back up, man. Go ahead.
Yep. It says, restore such a one in the spirit of meekness, considering thyself, lest thou also be tempted.
See? Considering thyself. Because the Lord could truly be dealing with that man.
Yeah.
Hey, the Lord could truly be dealing with that brother. And here it is. You didn't came down hard on him. All right? Now, with the Lord to meet you with that same measurement of judgment.
Yeah.
All right? You could be in the same predicament. All right? And my short time in the truth, I've actually seen that with some guy, you know, who basically said, ain't no mercy. Now what? Those guys are on the outside. You know, that was it, right?
Yeah. Oh, it was another one, but if I could just add on too, you know, hey, we're looking for mercy ourselves. You know what I mean? So here it is. You're not giving mercy to your brother, but you expect mercy from Yahweh.
Well, James 2:13, we apply it to Esau, but hey, that applies to Jake first and foremost. He should have judgment without mercy to have shown no mercy.
Yeah.
And mercy rejoice up against judgment. We all looking for mercy. All right, so you got to show mercy. Especially to a believer. This brother's still in Yahweh. He's still fighting. All right, he's still battling. Why would you even, you know what I mean, cast him off, man?
Exactly.
Who are you to cast somebody off anyway?
Yep. What says a just man falleth 7 times?
Yep.
And get back
up. But the wicked falleth into mischief. Now, if he start to scoff and scorning, all right, he's doing some sins worthy of death, then hey, you know, them faults, you know, hey, leave him alone.
Or you know, or if he stopped doing the work.
Yep.
You know, the scriptures talk about a man who, you know, leaves the plow.
Hey, yeah, because that's the bottom line. That's what joined us together.
Yeah.
All right, we're all joined into Yahweh Shah. All right, we all business partners.
Yep.
Go ahead.
It says, verse 2, bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Hamashiach.
See, fulfill the law of Hamashiach. Bear you one another's burden. You know, get Ecclesiastes 4:9.
Yeah.
On that note, and the Lord's will, we can circle back to Hebrews 10.
So, this is Ecclesiastes.
And we out here in the redwoods, you know. Richard, you see ain't nothing but Jake ain't out here. You see us on the trail, man. You know, Esau and Moab. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says Ecclesiastes 4:9, 2 are better than 1.
2 are better than 1. Why is that? We open up in Matthew 18. Where two or three are gathered, all right, in Yahweh's name, there he is in the midst of them. So 2 are better than 1. Go ahead.
It says, because they have a good reward for their labor.
Because they have a good reward for their labor. And we all laboring for what? That same penny. You know? Hey, the same spirit that Yahweh was in and is in to this day, we ought to be in that same spirit. Yahweh received everything from Yahweh. I read Psalms the 2nd chapter, the nations and everything. But what Yahweh Shai received from the Father, if we endure and suffer with them, all right, we're going to be joint heirs together with them. The same thing that's written in Psalms the 2nd chapter is written in Revelation the 2nd chapter.
Yeah. Well, you got to understand, hey, Lord's will, we're of that number. You know, we're going to be joint heirs together.
Yep.
We're going to be ruling the kingdom forever. We're going to be dealing with each other forever.
Forever.
So where does it start? It starts right here.
Yep.
It
What?
starts on this side.
It started before the foundation of the earth was even laid for the true elect.
Yeah.
You know, you want to go this way or that way?
Wherever.
Let's go this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it started before the foundation of the earth was even laid, honestly. You know, Lord's will, we part of that number. Lord's will was there.
Yeah.
You know, but now we just reuniting and getting back into our, you know what I mean, our natural state, you know what I mean, our natural vibe in these times now.
Yep. It says, verse 10, for if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow.
If they fall, like a brother said, righteous man falleth what? 7 times? A complete number of times.
Yeah.
You know, we in the flesh once again.
Yeah.
Read that again.
It says, for if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow.
The one will lift up his fellow. All right, we there to carry each other, man. We like the script we read that bear one another's burdens, you know.
Yeah.
So if one fall, he will lift up the fellow. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, because you know, like we mentioned earlier, hey, we're in a battle. You know, we're in a spiritual battle right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're on the front lines. Okay. And here it is. You know, Satan's coming from every angle. His physical counterparts come from every angle.
Yep.
You know, so hey, just like in a war, what do? Hey, no man left behind.
Right.
You know? Unless he's a deserter.
Yeah, unless he look back.
Exactly.
Unless he turns back, then hey, that's on him.
Unless he joins the other side.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. But long as he fighting,
Yeah.
he on the winning team, then man, we gotta, you know what I mean? We gotta thug it out together, so to speak.
Exactly.
We gotta fight together.
Yep. It says, for if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow.
Yep. For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow, and that's not the way of the world, you know. That's not the way that Jake acts in the world. The curses have totally, you know what I mean, destroyed our people.
Mm-hmm.
All right, but the elect, man, they're more in the spirit of Deuteronomy 28, 1 through 14. You know, that's how we deal with one another, man. You know, the ancient way. Because like you said, you know, your own brother in the world, he'll cross you, man. You know, that's why families fall out now, especially in the Southern Kingdom. You know what I mean? Family feuds and shit. Hey, and the truth, man, I was watching the brothers from LA on Thursday night, man. Elder Diana was going into it, man. We fucking fighting with no brother, man. Don't be backbiting, don't be talking shit. Don't have no ill will in your heart towards a brother. That's some weak ass shit, man. If you feel away, bring it out, man. If you offended, bring it out.
Yeah.
We brothers, man, put it all on the line. Put it out there.
Yeah,
You hold nothing on your chest like no bitch.
Talk as a man. But
Yeah.
here it is. If they have a problem with Esau, they might, you know, go to Esau the professional way, you know, at their job or something, you know, want to raise.
Yep.
Or somebody's treating them bad, they'll go through HR.
And when they come at them, man, they'll come in the spirit of meekness.
Exactly.
They won't come on no rah-rah, man.
Yep.
They'll go to HR, write a grievance, email, you know what I mean? Speaking all nice, speaking all soft. When it comes to a brother, it's rah, 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 condemn.
Exactly. But back in Ecclesiastes 4:10, it says, for if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth.
Woe to him that is alone when he falleth, man. You know, he has nobody there to hold him up. You know, that's why this, hey, man, I can't think of life without it, man. Now, hey, if that's your lot, you got to go. All right, hey, it's all about salvation, man. You got that own salvation with fear and trembling.
Yep.
Hey, but I know I need my brothers, man.
Yeah.
You know, especially in the time that I'm in, while I'm able to be around my brothers, we got to go back to that in Hebrews 10.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not forsaking my brothers for shit.
Exactly.
For nothing, ever since I came into this thing, man. You know, and I was what you would call a fucking introvert in the world. You know, I was a so-called loner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But now in this thing, now, man, this is the most precious thing we got. Like you did that video, we all we got.
Yep.
And we all we need.
Exactly. And see, you have to understand what the brotherhood entails. You know, hey, brothers are there to help, to get counsel. This is the highest level counsel you can get. When you get brothers to counsel on certain, even matters in the world.
Yep.
You know, experience, brothers got experience, you know, dealing with things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and they're going to give you the honest truth in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai.
Yep.
You know, they're not going to try and get over you. All right, they're not going to be trying to, you know, make you fall because, hey, we're all in this together.
Yep.
So you got to cherish that.
And when they come with that counsel, bro, 10 times out of 10, the scripture coming with it.
Exactly.
So that's the counsel from the Lord.
Yep.
That's why we see with a lot of guys, man, You know what I mean? A lot of guys, all right, who don't take heed to counsel, they fall.
Yeah.
But a guy you take heed to counsel, man, you excel. You excel. You know that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What scriptures say, do nothing without counsel.
Yep. Do nothing without counsel, man. Counsel of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which comes through men.
Yep.
You got more on that?
Yeah, it says, when he says, but woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat.
Then they have heat. And that's what the word fervent really goes back to. I see it's heat right now. It's chemistry right now with me and this brother on this walking talk.
Yeah.
And it's about 35 degrees out here. I'm ready to take my jacket off
I
though.
know. There's a little sweat going.
You know, and we walked. You know, before we started, we were walking. You know, and Jake guy was kind of winded, but now, you know, it's like we in the zone now.
Exactly.
We in the zone now, man.
Yeah. It says, again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone?
How can one be warm alone? You know, so we need each other, man. We need Yahushai, but hey, Yahushai is in the midst of two or more.
Yep. Last verse it says, and if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken.
Read that again.
Yep. And if one prevail,
What's that, Ecclesiastes 4?
Yep.
What verse call it?
Verse 12.
Okay.
And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and a threefold cord is not quickly broken. What you got to think of the ropes. You know, a rope braided together, you know, is strong.
Mm-hmm.
It's stronger than a 2 cord. It's stronger than a 1 cord. So 3 together, hey, that can lift them weights. You know, going into this truth, 3 together. Well, we read it. When 2 or 3 are together, there I am in the midst. Yahushua is actually in the midst.
Well, let me read it in the NLT.
Yeah.
Ecclesiastes 4 and 12. A person standing alone can be attacked and defeated. By who? Satan.
Yeah.
Want to go this way?
Yeah.
Yep. Person standing alone can be attacked and defeated, but two can stand back to back and conquer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see that in the movies, man.
Yeah.
Standing back to back. All right, we got all sides covered.
Yeah.
Two can stand back to back and conquer. 3 are even better. Well, that was one of my favorite movies growing up. The three ninjas kick back. They used to be tearing shit up, bro. It says 3 are even better, for a triple braided cord is not easily broken.
Yeah.
All right, morning. Triple braided, all right, it's not easily broken. Is there something down there? Or are we in there?
We could just wrap around. Go back that way. There's another trail that way.
Okay.
I think this is like the end of it or up there.
Shit, let's go up, bro.
You want to jump back to Hebrews?
Kind. I got some more lined up too. I took a few notes.
This is back in Hebrews 10. And I'll start at verse 24 again. It says, and let us consider one another to provoke unto love. Oh. Archery range? Cool.
Thank you.
It says, and let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together.
Yep, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together. Getting together in the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know, not gathering in the name of partying and bullshitting, not gathering in the name of you know what I mean, just folly. And that's what you see with them other camps, man. It's an Israelite party, it's an Israelite party. Now we get together, yeah, we do. We may take some shots. You know what I mean? We may put something on the grill, but you better believe, man, it's all gonna circle back to the scriptures, man. All right, spiritual conversation. We always in spiritual conversation, man. You know, and a lot of the conversations that we have don't even be put out there. You know, we don't send them out as epistles.
Yeah.
You know, that's why you got to continually be with the godly man. You know, because ain't nothing going on in the world. Ain't nothing going on in the world, man. You know, that's why the scriptures say, be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. All right? Because one thing, you know, I know for sure, which I noticed this coming in the truth early, you know, you can't bring nobody into this. You can't drag nobody into this. No matter how simple you may put it, you could break it down so simple to where as a toddler could get it, you know? But you can't bring nobody into this thing, you know? But being continually with somebody of the world, they can bring you back to the dark side.
Yep.
You know, they can bring you back into the dark side. That's all Satan wants to do. He desires to have you. They may sift you as wheat.
Yeah, it says, verse 25, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching.
Mm.
You know, hey, so much more. Hey, we're at the end. Hey, brothers are going, the Spirit's going into the charagma, all right? That infrastructure is being put in place. Hey, what are the elite doing in Davos? All right, all these heads of states meeting in Davos. Hey, Revelation the 12th chapter, Esau about to come down with great wrath. You know, so how much more are we supposed to, you know, encourage brothers, motivate brothers, you know, edify brothers, you know, seeing that, hey, Yahushua is about to make his return.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
And then, hey, there's going to be times, like the scriptures say, we got to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling. So here it is. You know, what's it going to look like? You having bad relationships with brothers, not showing mercy, and then we're on our own. You know? You don't have the chance to repent, and that's the last thing. Well, Apostle Gabar says it, you know, you're only as good as your last work. You know, that's why it's always important to keep that spirit of brotherly love.
That's right.
You know,
you got more on that?
It says, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, get on John 13 and 34.
John 13. 34 says, a new commandment I give unto you, that you love one another.
Yeah, that you love one another. Well, we read it in the book of Matthew, the 22nd chapter, how, you know, all laws hang upon 2 laws. And the second one being likened to the first, loving thy neighbor as thyself. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, new commandment I give unto you, that you love one another as I have loved you.
Yep, as I have loved you. And how did Yahushua show his love for us? He laid his life down.
Yep.
You know, it says, I have loved you. Go ahead.
It says that you love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another.
Yep, that ye also love one another. So, we
go back over.
Yep, that ye also love one another. Go ahead.
It says, by this shall all men know that you are my disciples.
Yep, by this shall all men know. All right. You see, when we go places, man, you know, hey, Yahushua's with us.
Yep.
So I'm saying we, 2 or 3 of us. All right, when we go places, people know it's something different about us, man. You know, they don't see that, especially with so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, you go, all right, hold the door open for one another. You know what I mean? They'll bug out. It may be 4 or 5 of us, and they'll see one brother. He might get a couple of drinks. One brother catch the tab. The next one, like, I got these. Yeah, leave it open. They're like, man, what do you guys do? Who are y'all? You know? Yeah. What do you guys? Are you a band? You guys play sports? Who are you, man? Who are you?
Well, hey, technically we are a band. We're singing a new song.
That's what we are. We are a band, man. You know? When we're singing that song, that only the 144,000 could sing.
Yeah. It says, by this shall all men know, I'll read it again, John 13:35. By this shall all men know that ye are my disciples, if you love one to another.
Yep. This is how you know that you're disciples of Hamashiach Yahushua, by the love that you show one towards another. All right, and loving in deed. All right, and works. Because the so-called Christian church, they say love, but it's adultery going on in there, scheming going on in there.
Yeah.
Plotting all types of wickedness.
Yep.
No rebuke.
No rebuke.
Congregation of fucking sodomites and adulterers.
Well, what do they say? Come as you are.
Come as you are. That's nowhere in the scriptures, man.
Yeah. And it's getting worse and worse. You know, they're starting to set up women in these churches, transformers in these churches. That is just just an abomination.
Yep, it's an abomination, man. It's an abomination. Let's get Sirach 13 and 15.
This is the book of Sirach, also known as Ecclesiasticus, chapter 13, and I'll start at verse 14. It says, love the Lord all thy life, and call upon him for thy salvation.
Yep. See, that's a whole nother lesson in itself, man. Yeah. Love the Lord all thy life, and call upon him for salvation. Acts 4 and 12. Yeah. There's no other name that you could call upon for salvation. Go ahead.
It says, every beast loveth his like.
Yep.
And every man loveth his neighbor.
Yep, every beast loveth his like. See, the beasts of the field, they gonna dwell with their own kind. You know what I mean? They gonna dwell with their own kind. It says that every man what? Loveth his neighbor. And who's our neighbor? Who's our friend? Who's our brother? It ain't if you live in apartment 208, it ain't the person in 209. All right, at least they believe in Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
You know? But hey, your neighbor, your companion, your friend is your brother. Well, let me read this. Let me read this real quick in Psalm 119. It's the book of Psalm, chapter 119. I'm gonna go to verse 63. It reads, I'm reading the KJV, then the NLT. It says, I am a companion of all them that fear thee, and of them that keep thy precepts.
Hey, yeah, that's our true neighbor. All right, going into our brethren. All right, yeah. In the ancient time, it was everybody, because we were all, you know, for the majority we had the laws.
Yeah,
you know.
for the most part, Jake was in their right mind.
Exactly. You know, time of King Solomon.
Yep.
All right. Hey, but what happened now? Well, that spirit of wickedness is out. Esau's in control, and majority of our people after what? After their father, the devil.
Yeah, Gentile state of mind.
Yep. So now it's specifically talking about what? Those who are doing the will of the Lord. All right, to the best of their ability. The brother on the right hand side of you fighting to get up out of here.
And we can head back now.
Yep.
Well, verse 63, I'm gonna read it, Psalm 119 and 63 in the NLT. It says, I am a friend to anyone who fears you. Anyone who obeys your commandments. All right, that's what leads me to this right here, and then we'll get back to that, bro.
Yeah.
Get ready to start wrapping it up, get some closing precepts. This Sirach 37 and verse 12. But be continually with a godly man.
With a godly man, all right, and a godly man is very few in between.
Yep.
All right, you're not gonna find it in the world, like you said. Hey, we're going. Hey, how much brothers go to camp, you know, together, you know, out of all the surrounding cities?
Yep.
You know, a handful.
A small sanctuary.
Yeah, small sanctuary.
Yep. Hey, and we out there on the highways ahead, there's thousands, if not millions, of Israelites pass us through over the years, you know? Some people know us from the world.
Yeah.
They don't stop, you know what I mean? They ain't into this. You know, it says, but be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord. All right, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. All right, it says, whose mind is according to thy mind. And what does that mean? That man, all right, has the mind of a Mashiach Yahushai.
Yep.
That man, hey, has a mind, a heart like David. And what was David's heart set on? Pleasing the Lord.
Yep.
You know, this is the house of David, man.
Yep. Hey, and you know, that's how you know your brother's in the right mind. You know, they're seeking after Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yep.
You know, just like David, you know, wanting to be called a friend to the Most High.
The Most High, that's it. That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Yeah. So you're gonna know, all right, they're sincere. All right, they're trying the best that they can.
That's right.
All right, that's who your company should be.
Let me finish it off. It says, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry.
Yeah. Hey, because our brothers are the only ones who know what's going on.
Yep.
They know the attacks. All right. They know the falling. All right, that we can get into, because hey, some brothers have that experience. We know. All right. We know. Well, 1 Corinthians 10 chapter 13 verse. No temptation that such is common to man.
Yep.
You know, our brothers know exactly what's going on. So that's why, hey, how you gonna go to somebody in the outside world? So you got Esau and all his people. What do they tell you to go to? A psychologist. All right, and they're just feeding the demon.
Yeah.
You know,
And dope you up.
Exactly, doping you up. But you go to a brother, what is he gonna do? Bring out scriptures. All right, rebuke that true wisdom. All right.
Yep. You go back to that.
Yep. Sirach 13 and 15. It says, "Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to kind."
Yep. All flesh according to. Read that again, Salakia.
Yeah, all flesh consorteth according to kind.
All flesh consorteth according to kind. All right. And what's our kind, man? Those who have the like mind.
Yep.
Like-minded individuals, man. Go ahead.
And a man will cleave to his like.
And a man will cleave to his like, one who's like unto you. All right. Now we all got our own unique characteristics, you know. You find your lot, you find your groove in the spirit, and you are you. But ultimately, man, we make up the body of Hamashiach Yahushai. You know, Yahushai, man, that's the foundation. You know, that's why once a guy falls out, you don't have no dealing with him. Like, hey, fuck him.
Yep.
And really, man, you forsake the Lord. I really hate you, man.
Yep.
You one of the weakest motherfuckers I ever met in my life.
Yeah. What the hell you going back to? Corruption, wickedness. You know.
Hey, well, we understand that too. They went out from us because they were not of us.
Yep.
All right, they ain't nothing like us, man. They're of their father, the devil. You know.
And finish it off right here. It says, And what fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb?
You ain't gonna see the wolf with the lamb. Why? Because the lamb will get devoured. Not into the kingdom, man. The kingdom they'll be able to keep company, man. But now, what is the wolf gonna do with a lamb or a sheep? Man, it's gonna devour them.
Yeah.
And then we're in the midst of wolves and sheep and serpents. You know, that's what we're in the midst of.
It says, so the sinner with the godly.
Yep. So the sinner with the godly. We can ready to wrap it up. Get 2 Corinthians 6 and 14. And that's why scriptures tell us, Amos, I think that's 3 and 3. Be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's right here. 2 Corinthians 6 and 14.
Oh, well, also Amos 3, can two walk together unless they be agreed?
Yeah.
Well, that's the precept to that right there. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, in 2 Corinthians 6 and 14, the heading says the temple of the living power.
Who's the temple of the living power? It's men.
Yep.
All right, the house of David.
It says, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers.
Yep, be not unequally yoked together with infidels, man. You know, that's why you see the men of Great Millstone won't do big summit camps and unity camps. The apostles always say, man, if you saying that the MOTB is anything other than the RFID microchip, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to deal with you.
Yeah.
You know, Posada non grata. Go ahead.
It says, for what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness?
Yeah, for what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? None whatsoever. Okay. Go ahead.
It says, and what communion with light with darkness?
Yeah, and we are the children of light. But 2/3 of our people hate the light, man. You know? So you gotta be with what? Another illuminated brother. You know? Go ahead.
It says, and what concord hath Hamashiach with Belial?
Baal, none whatsoever. Go ahead.
Or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel?
Yep.
And
What part have he that believeth with an infidel? Y'all ain't gonna be able to agree on that. Here as you come out the scriptures and the whole time, this motherfucker talking about some I think. Well, what do you feel? What do you feel? Well, I think this. No, I don't want to hear what the Bible has to say. What do you say? How do you feel?
Yep.
Good.
It says, and what agreement hath the temple of the Most High with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power. As the Most High has said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people.
See?
Yeah. It says, wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate. All right, another word for separate is holy.
Holy, yep.
It says, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you.
Yep.
And will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty.
Starting with the elect.
Yep.
Starting with the elect. It'll tell you in Deuteronomy 32 and 5, it says their spot is not the spot of his children. Speaking about the majority of our people, man. You know? So you gotta be continually, you know, with the godly man. You know, and let's see, we can end it here, and well, I got a couple more. I want to get a trail. Spirit gonna always bring you back to that trail, man. Cause you read one that said as the day approaches, right?
Yeah.
Well, 1 Peter 4 and 7. But the end of all things is at hand.
The end of all things is at hand. All right. Hey, this place is about to be burnt up. These people here that are one with Esau and his society, all right, with his system, is about to be burnt up.
Yep.
You know?
But the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer.
Sober. All right. Hey, not giving into all these philosophies, and like the brother was going into. Hey, the majority of this world is into all different type of philosophies. All right, and part of being sober is what, having your eyes single on the one true doctrine, and that goes for even people who say they're in the truth.
Yep.
You know, hey, like the brother said, you got men who don't even know what the MOTB is. All right, so how are they gonna help you? How are they gonna warn you? You know.
And the thing about a brother is, hey, a brother tell you, hey, I'm speaking about like physically in the flesh. Brother tell you calm your ass down when you drunk. You know, you DTN like they said in the Midwest. You doing too much, bro. Chill. Hey, bro, you drink some water. Sit your ass down. You know. And if you getting carried away, trying to go too deep in the spirit, getting carried away, brother tell you, chill out, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Calm down.
Yeah.
But it says, verse 8, and above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves.
Fervent charity, and that word for charity, I believe, is agape.
Yeah, brotherly love.
Which goes into brotherly love. That's above all.
Mm-hmm.
All right, above all, have that charity, that brotherly love. All right, again, because that's all we got.
Yep.
You know.
Well, what's that? Is that 1 Corinthians or 2 Corinthians? 13? Let me see. Hold on. Let's look at it real quick. Might be 1 Corinthians 13. It said that above all that charity.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I'll just.
You can start from the top. You breeze through it. Is that?
I mean, yeah.
Is that how you see it? It's up to you though.
Yeah. Well, that's what
you call it.
It's the spirit. 1 Corinthians 13:1. It says the excellence of love.
The excellence of love. And what is love? The keeping of the commandments.
Yep.
Hey, and all the commandments hang upon two.
Yep.
We already run into it. We don't even have to say it again.
Exactly. It says, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not charity.
Yep. So speak with the tongues of men. You can speak different languages. Here it is. You speak the English fluently. You may speak a little Spanish. You may go into Portuguese. Hell, you may be able to even speak in the Italian tongue, the Latin tongue.
Yep.
You know what I mean? You breaking it down. You may be able to break down some scriptures in sign language.
Yep.
Go ahead.
You might even know the Paleo Hebrew.
Hey,
you know?
very well.
Yeah. But it says, though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels.
And of angels, that's the paleo.
Yeah. And have not charity.
Yep. Agape, that brotherly love, and have not charity. Go ahead.
I am become a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. Yep.
What it say in the NLT?
It says I would only be a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal.
Damn. Hey, you know what, brother? Hey, we spoke about being a band. All them instruments, they be in tune. But here it is, you just beating on some metalhead, some what they call that shit, rock metal shit.
Yeah, that heavy metal.
The heavy metal shit, man. That's like fingers on the chalkboard, man.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what you sound like without agape, man. That's what it sounds like. You know, you might be on the highways and hedges quoting all these scriptures, cutting people. You deep in the scriptures, but hey, your track record shows that you lack agape, man.
Yep.
You a nigga. Go ahead.
It says, and though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries.
See, you can understand the mysteries, the mystery of the Gentiles. You go deep into the MOTB. Are you in the prophecy? Go ahead.
And all knowledge.
All knowledge. You heavy in the scriptures. Go ahead.
And though I have all faith, so that I can remove mountains.
Yep. So you think you in there? You know for sure you a man of the Lord.
And have not charity, I am nothing.
And have not charity, I am nothing. The Apostle Paul said, I may be able to do all these things, but if I don't have charity, agape, I am nothing. You a nobody, man. The Lord ain't dealing with you.
Yep.
The Lord ain't dealing with you, man. Your sacrifice ain't nothing to the Lord. Because the Lord don't need now one of us, man.
Exactly.
Not a single one of us that the Lord Yahweh needs, man. We need the Lord.
Yep.
And we need the brotherhood too, man.
Yep.
We need the brotherhood.
We're stronger together. We read it. Three chords.
Yep.
It says, and though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profit me nothing.
And though I give my body to be burned, you make your body a living sacrifice. You may go on the highways and hedges every day.
Yeah.
Every single day. But here it is, man. You know what I mean? You ain't right. You got faults with brothers.
Yeah.
Well, that sacrifice, let me get this in Matthew 5. All right? Let me get this in Matthew 5, man. Read that again, bro.
Yeah, it says, and though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned.
Give your body to be burned. Go ahead.
And have
meaning making your body a living sacrifice, as it tells you on Romans 12:1.
Yep. It says, and I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profit me nothing.
Yep. And that charity profited me nothing. But with that sacrifice, let's get this. It says, Matthew 5:21. You have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not kill, and whosoever shall kill shall be in danger of the judgment. But I say unto you, that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah, shall be in danger of the council. Whosoever shall say, thou fool, shall be in danger of hell fire. Therefore, here's the point. Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there rememberest that thy brother ought against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way first, be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift.
Hey, what is the gift? Hey, doing this work.
Doing this work.
You know, and we're presenting the gift is doing this work. But the scriptures say, if you're not right with your brother, that's not going to mean anything.
That sacrifice is in vain.
Yep.
You got a man who treat brothers like shit, but just think because he do 1,000 videos, 1,000 installments, 1,000 videos, go out to the highways and hedges every day, that he good with the Lord. Yep. Man, the Lord ain't dealing with that sacrifice. Shit.
There's a campsite now. Let's go this one.
Okay, come on.
It says, charity suffereth long and is kind.
Yep. You gotta be long suffering, our brothers, man. The Lord's long suffering with us. The Lord's kind unto us. Go ahead.
It says, charity envieth not.
Mm-hmm.
Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up.
It's not puffed up. And knowledge puffeth up.
Yep.
You know, scripture speak about knowledge puffeth up, but charity isn't. Okay? Charity isn't, man. Going back to, hey, man, you know, treating every brother as you want to be treated, man.
Yep.
You know? Really, it's a scripture that says, let me get it. I gotta look this one up. You got more than that?
I mean, we can read all the way down. It's only a couple more verses.
Mm-hmm.
It says, doth not behave itself in unseemly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil. All right? And that's how we are supposed to be towards our brother, not thinking evil. All about, love, doing the will of Yahweh Shemi Shai.
Well, let me read this real quick. Philippians 2:3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves.
Hey, that's the opposite of proud.
Yep.
That's humility, you know?
Yep.
And that's what the Lord is looking for, that meekness.
That's
it
right.
says, rejoiceth not in iniquity, but rejoiceth in the truth, beareth all things, believeth all things, hopeth all things, endureth all things.
Yep, endureth all things. Go ahead.
Charity never faileth.
Charity never faileth. Well, I'm gonna go back to that 1 Peter the 4th chapter, man. How it speaks about how it cover a multitude of sins.
Yep.
Charity never faileth. Go ahead.
But whether there be prophecies, they shall fail.
Mm-hmm.
Whether there be tongues, they shall cease.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they be knowledge, it shall vanish away.
Damn.
For we know in part and we prophesy in part.
Mm-hmm.
But when that which is perfect is come, then
that's Yahweh Shai.
Then that which is in part shall be done away. When I was a child.
Yeah, when Yahweh Shai come, we'll be made whole.
Yep.
Yahweh Shai returns with healing in his wings. Go ahead.
When I was a child, I spake as a child.
Yeah, and that's childish, bro. You know, like, if you grew up with a brother or your cousin, y'all be bickering and fighting over toys. You know, you might see that with your children. Like, damn, man, y'all just get along.
Yeah.
You know, let's say you got children, multiple children. You got to lay it down in your house how they ought to deal with each other.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because they might go out into the world, and that's exactly how analogy for our people with the nations.
Yeah.
They deal with the nations, you know what I mean? All kind and soft spoken. When it comes to each other, you know, they're assholes.
Yeah.
So you may see that with your children, like here it is, they can't get along in the house, but they want to go outside and play. And my pops told me growing up, if you can't get along with your kinfolk, with your siblings, then you can't have no friends come over. You can't go outside and play with nobody.
Yeah.
You better get it right here in this house.
Yep. That's what I told my son. He's always fighting his sister. But hey, you got to watch out for your sister.
Yeah.
How you going to be trying to fight her? And, you know, you're supposed to be watching over her, keeping her, you know, safe.
That's right. Is this a true or no? I'll go down here.
Whatever. It says, when I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child, but when I became a man, I put away childish things.
And this truth is what makes you a man.
Yep.
All right, this truth is what makes you a man. No matter, it ain't how many women you could get, how much box you get, how many pounds you could deadlift, how much you could bench press. Your what they call a high value man, your the tax bracket you in,
Yeah.
the car you drive, all right, your tailor-made garments, none of that shit matter, man. That's all of the world.
Yep.
Hey, you know what makes you a true man, all right, is fearing the Lord Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, doing the will of the Father.
Yep. It says, for now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as also I am known. Here's the last verse. And now abideth faith.
Walk ye in it.
This is the way. And now abideth faith, hope, charity. These three, but the greatest of these is charity.
Oh, read it again. These
Yep.
three, read the three.
It says, and now abideth faith,
And now abideth faith. Without faith, it is impossible to please him. Go ahead.
hope.
Hope. All right, our expectation what is to be delivered.
Yep.
Charity,
Charity.
agape, brotherly love.
These three, but the greatest of these is charity.
Yep, these three things, all right, are needed for salvation. All right, but the greatest of those three is charity. Okay, it's charity. All right, and then whole Hebrews 13:1. I'm gonna read this, then we can close on Hebrews 13:1.
Okay.
This 1 Peter 4:7 again. It says, but the end of all things is at hand. Be therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Verse 8, and above all things, see, the most important, and above all things have fervent charity among yourselves, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins.
Hey, that's the spirit.
Yep.
Hey, we have done things worthy of death, so we need anything we got. I mean, we understand, you know, it's all who the Lord chose. Hey, but these are the characteristics of the elect.
That's right.
All right? They're gonna be doing everything possible to get the hell up out of here.
Hey, now, bro, you trying to get them sins covered, bro.
Exactly.
You know, the Spirit been had me read into the law, bro. You know, and when you read the law, it make you feel heavy.
Yep.
You know, because like, shit, man, you see what Scripture say, our righteousness is as a filthy rag, but the comfort comes through Yahweh Shah HaMashiach.
Yep.
You know, so we got to deal with each and every brother as if we dealing with Yahweh Shah himself. All right, it says, for charity shall cover the multitude of sins. Use hospitality one to another without grudging. All right, as every man have received the gift, even so minister the same one to another. So we're supposed to serve each other. All right, it says, as good stewards of the manifold grace of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai.
Yep.
Ended in Hebrews 13:1.
Yeah, this is Hebrews 13:1. It says in the NLT, the heading is the concluding words.
See, the conclusion of the matter.
Let brotherly love continue.
That's it. That's it, man. Let brotherly love continue, man. This is how we show that we're disciples of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. All right. And with that, you know, we're going to close it out, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Kodash, the bonus of the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the Lord's elect.
Shalom.